They are a goal down, having lost their opening 2 games. Belarus looking to pick up their first points of the competition as Greece restart. This is Amantanidis going all the way towards the corner flag for Greece. Wants to try and force a corner, which he's done. As the Greeks look to get parity, almost did, might here, goal. Papastathopoulos has lashed it into the net from the corner. The joy is unconfined. Belarus's lead didn't last very long. And Konstantinos Papastathopoulos gets the goal to put the Greeks level. Missed initially by Piris, but then unerring from Papastathopoulos, who adds to the goal he scored against Spain in the 7-3 defeat on Friday. And it's Belarus 1, Greece 1 in the opening period. Chance for Belarus to maybe get their noses back in front, but Samsonov couldn't quite stretch far enough. Here's Slavutsin. Triantafylidis. Long from Thomas, but won back by Slavutsin, who's drawn a foul from Stavros Amanatidis, the 30-year-old Greek striker. You can see there that the storm has absolutely fused the advertising hoardings surrounding the pitch here, which have now been switched off again. It's been absolutely biblical conditions here. You expect Noah and his ark to appear any minute. Here's a chance, though, for Belarus. It's hit, and it's scored by Ale Slavutsin. He gets his second goal of the competition, and once again, the Belarusians have the lead, 2-1. Came up high in front of Aristides Thomas. He could do nothing, really. Committed to his dive. It went over him and in. And it's Belarus 2, Greece 1. Greeted by another enormous clap of thunder. I can just see a few patches of bright sky appearing behind the goal to the left-hand side, which Greece are attacking at the moment. So hopefully they'll be with us fairly soon. Credit to the two teams, though. They've been pumped up for this despite the conditions. I know a lot of people enjoy watching and playing beach soccer rather, in the lashing rain. It makes life a bit more complicated for the players, but it hasn't dampened the entertainment here. This has been a decent contest between these two. There are 3 minutes to go in the opening period before they can all dash off and maybe dry off a little bit. The rain has eased a little in the last minute or so. Here's a chance to get forward for Papevstratiu, but into the arms of Makarevich it goes. Throw to Belarus, taken long. Whistle's blown. There's a foul throw from Samsonov, so Greece will restart. That's a wonderful strike, and a very decent effort too by Bokac, as he tried to steer the ball into an unguarded goal. Here's Papevstratiu again. That's the loudest clap of thunder we've had yet. That's a decent effort, and it's been tipped away brilliantly. It was hit by Slavutsin, who was looking for his second goal of the game and his third of the tournament, and Nice little fingertip save by 29-year-old Greek goalkeeper. Here's the corner. Slavudzin! Not quite. Strike on goal, hit firmly, but not accurately enough by Miranovic. Just looks, hopefully, as if the skies are clearing. I apologise if this sounds more like a weather report than a football commentary, but in all my years of covering soccer in all its myriad forms, I've rarely seen a storm like this above a stadium. It is quite astonishing. Here's Belarus. He's just put it wide with the overhead kick. Still 2-1 to Belarus in the final moments of the opening period of play, which the players have weathered brilliantly. Credit to them. They've given us a good contest. It's been competitive. It's been quite a lot of skill, considering it's not the sort of conditions they're used to. Overhead kick again by Belarus, who had so many chances yesterday against Spain but couldn't take them until finding one right at the end. That was a good tipping effort by Papastathopoulos to try and equalise for Greece for a second time, both personally and as a team. That's a glancing header. Oh, agonisingly wide. Just for a moment, Miranovic thought he'd scored with the last touch of the opening period, but his header just bounced its way past the post, and Greece don't incur any further punishment, and it's they who lead or trail 2-1 at the interval. That was a good effort by Miranovic. And at the end of a very wet first period, it's Belarus 2, Greece 1. Still raining hard in Moscow as we get the second period underway, with a shot off target by Ivan Konstantinou for Belarus, wearing red, attacking the goal to our left-hand side in this second period, leading by 2-1 after the first. Greece hoping to avoid a third successive defeat. That's the fate facing Belarus as well, of course. Top spot in this group will be contested by Italy and Spain. Shot on the turn, really good save. It was Papastathopoulos who struck it, and Makarevic has been one of the better goalkeepers in this competition. Belarus go for goal. That's a splendid piece of goalkeeping too by the Greek number 2, Pertsas. Excellent strike, hit by Belarus. That was a good save. So both goalkeepers excelling themselves early in the second period. Greece come forward here, there might be a break. They try to drive the ball forward, the goalkeeper comes out, Makarevic, and at the feet of Papastathopoulos makes a vital intervention. Chance, good effort on the turn by Kafantaris, and then an angle drive by Papastathopoulos. He'll take the throw as Greece look to get level, but good header away by Slavutin. Here's Bristel. Oh, he's hurt himself there. Went down very heavily, holding his knee. That was the challenge. You could see he was holding his knee before he even went over, which may not be good news for the Belarusian team. He's been one of their best players. The result is a free kick to Belarus. Bristel is back on his feet, and goalkeeper Pangiotis Pertsas, 35 years old, is awaiting the shot. Belarus with the opportunity to increase the margin by which they lead. Decent strike, but always rising. Clever ball in field. Only half defended. Oh, and Papavstraitu was unlucky. Just couldn't get his foot round the ball properly, and he's flicked it onto the top of the bar. Here's Slavutin. Good effort. Blocked at the near post by the keeper. It's a corner to Belarus. Corner to the men in red, looking to increase their lead here. It's not very well taken. It's scraped away out of harm's way by Stratis Papavstraitu, who will celebrate his 30th birthday in a week's time. There's the overhead kick at the back stick by Iha Bristel, but still it's 2-1 to Belarus. Not for the want of trying. Greece wants a free kick or even a penalty there. They're not going to get either. And the shot at the other end from Slavutin is over the bar. It's an injury to Papastathopoulos, the unmistakable figure with that enormous bushy beard, scorer of Greece's goal today. Just got caught a little bit there. The result is a free kick to the Greeks. Papastathopoulos has picked himself up, and having scored one equaliser against Belarus, he will now look to try and conjure a second. Papastathopoulos gets right underneath it and hoists it a long way over the crossbar. Well, no further goals in this second period of play. Good interception by Miranovic. Again, there's a Greek player down. The foul this time, I think, has been committed by Iha Bristel, the number 8, who's protesting his innocence, but he's been penalised for just clattering into and pulling down Alexandros Biris. Biris is the latest Greek to try his luck from the free kick. It's just about on halfway. So Alexandros Piris for Greece. Goes wide as well. Had the better chances, Greece, in the second period of this game, and Belarus almost make an error there, but Makarevic is quick to tidy it up. There's the subsequent header from Samsonov. He'll get another chance perhaps here. Good skill. The overhead kick is a long way wide though. Sam feels a bit heavier when you land on it, when it's just been pounded by the amount of rain we've had here. Good challenge to block by Bokac. Oh, and my goodness me, that was close to an error from Gritsialias. There are the Belarusian fans you can hear. Chance for them here. Oh, and it's put wide. It was a glorious chance too. It fell kindly for Vadzim Bokac, who missed a wonderful opportunity against Spain to put his side level. And he's missed another one there. It was even perhaps an easier one than yesterday's. Here's Kafantaris with the overhead kick. We're midway through the middle section of 3. There's been no further additions to the score since Ali Slavutsin put Belarus 2-1 up. I think the storm has passed, it's fair to say. Still raining, but nothing like with the ferocity that we had earlier. The thunder and lightning has passed, and there are even patches of blue sky visible behind the goal there in the background. Opposite one from this. Makarevic throws long, not quite able to pick out Zianis Samsonov. Corner to Greece. Oh, now then, what's the verdict there? I think it's a penalty. Diving header attempt by Iraklis Alexiou was halted by Vadzim Bokac, who gets a yellow card. And Greece will have a glorious opportunity here to get themselves level at 2-2 with 4.5 minutes left of the second period. It's going to be taken by Iraklis Alexiou, who hasn't yet scored in the competition, but if he does here, it'll be level pegging. So Makarevic has been outstanding in goal generally for Belarus. Can he prevent Alexiou making it 2-2? He can. Not even sure he needed to make a save. It went high and over from Alexiou. That's a real chance missed by Greece. No, the goalkeeper was nowhere near it. It was just hit too high. I wonder whether Alexiou was watching the Euro 2016 quarter-final between Germany and Italy yesterday, when there were some woefully poor penalties in that one. And poor old Alexiou, number 14 here, trying to get on the ball, has wasted a glorious opportunity to put Greece level. So Belarus still have their noses in front by 2-1. All of their games have been low scoring. Overhead kick is across the face and wide. Belarus, prior to today, had scored 4 and conceded 6. They've now scored 6 and conceded 7. There haven't been high-scoring games. 4-3 against the Italians, 2-1 against the Spanish, and 2-1 is the scoreline here. They just don't produce enough goals to seriously threaten. Defensively, they're good. The goalkeeper's outstanding. They don't concede too many, but they need to improve up front. Goalkeeper tries to show them how to do it, Makarevich, but it's blocked by the Greeks. Here's Alexio, who'll be extra keen to do well after that penalty miss, but he's lost the ball to Savic. Alexio's throw found Kafantaris. Good skill by Kafantaris. Can he find a way through? Not quite. He's been blocked by the efforts of Kamzolau. The other end, defending needs to be done by the Greeks. Goalkeeper was being impeded there by Ali Slavucin. It's going to be a free kick to Greece with 2.5 minutes left of this second and middle period of the game. The rain, I'm delighted to say, has finally stopped. And with a bit of luck, that storm will have moved elsewhere, and that's the last we'll see of it. Hear the groan from the goalkeeper there, Bertsas, as the ball flew a long, long way wide. Whistle has blown for a foul on a Belarusian defender committed by Spiridon Gritsalisos. Why the free kick was awarded. Means that Dimitri Kamzolau will drive it forward. He was looking for a teammate, and in the end it went straight to the Greek goalkeeper. He's then given it away. Shot on goal instinctively by Ivan Konstantin now. Goes wide of the mark. Corner to Greece. Chance for them to get a goal, but that's wildly off target. It's ended up in the trees to the right of the goal at that end. No goals yet in the middle period, although we have had a penalty missed by Greece. Here's a chance for Belarus. Great save. Really well struck by Brishtel, and Pertsas did equally well to save it. Here's Brishtel again, and once more he can't beat the keeper, but he has carried it over the line. It's going to be a corner. Taken deep, nodded back in. There's the header, and there's the third goal. Samsonov scoring it for Belarus. And they have a 3-1 lead. Dionysis Samsonov, man with a Greek-sounding first name, gives Belarus a 3-1 advantage, well planted into the net, well worked. And he's delighted with his goal, and Belarus have got a 2-goal advantage now to defend. It came in the final minute of the second period. And how crucial will that penalty miss by Alexiou prove to be, I wonder, for Greece? Pretty costly at the moment, almost stuck straight back in by Triantafylidis. Effort for another Belarus chance comes from Kamzolau, gathered by Pertsas, who's done pretty well in the Greek goal in this second period, but could do nothing about the excellent header from Samsonov that beat him a moment ago. Here's Konstantinou. That's the end of the second period, and Belarus, having survived a missed penalty, have got themselves a little bit further in front. They lead by 3-1 now. Well, there is going to be time for a final free kick to Greece. Is there? Yes, the clock has been stopped with literally a split second to go. And it'll offer Triantafylidis the chance from a virtually impossible distance to try and get Greece back in the game. It looks an impossible task, and it goes on its way wide. And that is the end of the second period. Penalty missed by Iraklis Alexiou, costly for Greece at 2-1 because Giannis Samsonov was on hand for Belarus to head into the net. And at the end of the second... Final period then. Greece, it would seem, heading for a third straight defeat. Belarus for a first victory. The Belarusians in red, leading by 3-1, thanks to the only goal of the middle period, scored by Giannis Samsonov with a header. It's been a disappointing few days for the Greeks. Now conceded 17 goals in 3 games. Here's Papastathopoulos, who got their only goal today. Thomas is back in goal for them. Papastathopoulos, easy one for Makarevich, who tries to find Slavutsin, but it's too far ahead of him. Surface gradually beginning to dry out after that extraordinary downpour. A tropical storm for about 20 minutes. Just before the start of this one, it began the dying embers of the previous match. Thankfully, it's passed now. Here are Greece coming forward with Papaevstratiu. He's going all the way away from goal at the moment. Tigerishly won back by Belarus. Good work by Ivan Miranovic, who's got himself a free kick for his troubles. That was the foul by his opposite number 7, Stavros Amanatidis. Free kick then to Belarus. Ivan Miranovic will take. It's low, it's awkward, but Thomas claims and then finds Kafantaris. He's just taking it out of play. Oh, Brishta with a clever effort. That was guided beautifully towards the far post area, but just too high. Clever effort by the Belarusian captain. Poor throw by Thomas. It's intercepted for Belarus by Bokac. Here he is again. Good cross. And almost another goal for Slavutin. But it was blocked before it crossed the line. Here's Berstel. Dispossessed. And, Greece may be able to build again here. Berstel has impeded the goalkeeper as he tries to clear the ball. It's going to be a free kick. It's a very, very long way out for Thomas. That's why Berstel was penalised. He just bumped into the goalkeeper rather needlessly. Could argue that it's more difficult to score here than if he had the ball in his hands and he was throwing it upfield. But here's Thomas with the free kick. Held at the other end by the impressive Makarevic. Huge throw by him. Knocked across dangerously. Biris can't get there. Berstel can. And Belarus have a fourth goal. Ihar Berstel, their captain, lashes the ball into the net. And that will probably be the decisive goal as far as Belarus are concerned. They lead by 4-1. Failure to clear by the Greeks. Header out was a weak one by Biris. But look how quickly he turned and shot. Lovely goal by Berstel, instinctive skill. And that's probably game over as far as Greece are concerned, because they have a 3-goal deficit to try and overcome now, and there are only 9 minutes left. Berstel scores for the second game running, having netted late on against Spain, too late to win that one, but his goal might well have clinched this one. Here he is again on the ball, looking for another. Good block by Trifantilidis. And then Alexiou, who's not had a very happy afternoon, missing that penalty kick at 2-1 down, which could have made all the difference. This header by Savic. It's a miscue, but it almost turned into a decent pass. Almost finding Savic. Throw into Greece. Shot by Gritsalizos. We still have it, Greece. This is Biris, but he's fallen. Here's Berstel, just nodded away from him by Papastathopoulos. The effort, but wide. Here's Papaevstratio. Got support from Papastathopoulos. Here's Triantafylidis. Back to Thomas. Good shot. Good save. Lovely swerving, dipping hit by Aristides Thomas, bringing out the best from Valery Makarevic. Header is by Papastopoulos, providing a rather more straightforward save for the outstanding Belarusian keeper. He's been their best player over the 3 matches. It looks as if they're going to be rewarded with their first 3-point haul of the competition, because they've just got another. And And it's Samsonov again who's provided it, and that will certainly, I think, end it as a contest. Wonderful skill by Samsonov to find the near post. I think the goalkeeper was expecting it to go the other way. Splendid acrobatics. Samsonov gets his second goal of the game. Belarus have 5, and surely no way back now for Greece. 19 they've now conceded in 3 games, the men in white. They've only, in that period, managed to score 6. Papastathopoulos has gone down injured. So a free kick to Greece, trailing heavily now. But this might give them a little bit of a harbour. They've got to beat a goalkeeper who's been absolutely brilliant. He and Dona, I think, have been the 2 best keepers. Dona of Spain, who was absolutely brilliant against Belarus yesterday. That was the reason for the award of the free kick. Papastathopoulos, who's got the only Greek goal so far, has the chance to perhaps make it 2. Knocked it a long way over the bar. Next up, we've got France against Poland for 3rd and 4th in the other of the 2 groups. Here's Samsonov. And then 2 really big games, Italy against Spain to determine this one, and Russia-Switzerland at the end to decide Group 1. Skafantaris dispossessed and then committing a foul. Brought Ilya Savic crashing to the ground. He's going to now try and beat Thomas from huge distance. Good hit, and it's in. It's found its way all the way through. Belarus have a 6th, and Ilya Savic has provided it from distance. It's one of the longest range free kicks we've seen all weekend here. No chance for Thomas, and it's 6-1 to Belarus, who've suddenly discovered their shooting boots after managing only 4 goals in their previous 2 games. They've now managed 6 here. And Greece are really beginning to look shell-shocked now. That's the 20th goal that Greece have conceded in 3 games. They're going for another here, but Savic's effort is blocked. He takes the throw. Brishtel can't get there. And it's knocked forward by Papastathopoulos to nowhere in particular. Decent effort, but straight at the keeper. Corner to Greece. Back post is Papastratiu. It's a nice little run forward. Good defending though. All juggling skill was provided by Vadzim Bokac. Overhead kick over the crossbar was from the same player. He's had opportunities to open his account in this tournament, but he's still not got a goal. But Belarus finally have found a way to find goals from somewhere. Admittedly against a Greek side who haven't defended particularly well in any of their 3 games. Conceded 7 against Spain, 7 against Italy, and now 6 against Belarus. Tough games, to be fair. All 3. Papastathopoulos heads the ball over his own crossbar. Low corner was actually saved by the goalkeeper. It swung in. He needed to just bump it away. Belarusians closing in on their first win of the tournament. Narrowly beaten in the other 2, but handsome winners here. Belarusian throw. Here's Pristel. Just tackled by Papastratiu. Oh, goodness me, that was rash by the Greek player. Painful blow for his opposite number. Free kick then will be taken by Vadzim Bokac. Kind of sums up his tournament. He's had chances aplenty to score and he's not got close with any of them. She's Kritsalisos trying to find a way through. The goalkeeper's gone down too early and the ball bounced in front of him, but he got it in the end. Here's Slavutsin back to him. It's the second choice goalkeeper, Alexander Cavallero, who we haven't seen a great deal of because Makarovic has been so outstanding. This is Kamzolau. Greece have won it back. Kafantaris, scorer in both of their previous games, but rather crowded out here. He's managed to keep going, though, somehow. And still, a determined run by the Greek number 7, but it's halted by Cavallero. And he wins a free kick. Goalkeeper shoots and the other goalkeeper gathers pretty comfortably. Less than 80 seconds remain now between Belarus and their first win of the competition, and Greece going home with without a point in the bag. Here's Bristel. Kertsas back in goal for Greece, gets the ball away. Here's Bristel for Belarus, trying to put a added sheen on this victory. This is Alexiou, who I'm sure will be going to bed tonight wondering how different it might have been if he'd converted that penalty at 2-1 down instead of blasting it over the bar. Here's Triantafyllides, good defending by Miranovic. Last few seconds now. Triantafyllides again for Greece. Slavutin. He's knocked it all the way back to halfway. And that is it. Belarus have found their goal-scoring boots, and they put 6 past